I've always been fascinated by bots. Seeing a computer trying to behave like a player and interacting with the aura I'm in is just incredible to me. And games like Bioshock 2, Vermintide, Age of Empires, even like super basic bots like Left 4 Dead and Payday are just like awesome.
So when they added bots in R6, I was kinda surprised when they changed the stance on bots, but I was happy nonetheless. So let's do a little overview of bots' capabilities and such. Bots do not engage in stealth unless you mess up, and every action or movement they do is silent. They cannot go and kill enemies by themselves, nor they cannot wake them up, so don't blame doubt if you mess up the room. And just like the player, they still respect the glowing states of the sleepers around it, which might be a good thing or a bad thing depending on your immersion boner. One thing to notice is that the melee on bots is cosmetic. They do a flat 16 damage on hit and can get back damage and crits on headshots. But why they do less damage than the player? I have no clue. When it comes to resources, bots cannot open boxes by themselves, but if a resource is inside a locker and the player is not within 5 meters of the resource, the bot will call dibs on it and snatch it. But they will always prioritize the nearest player when given resources. As long as you're 80% below whatever standard resource that they have available, they will give it to you regardless of the situation, that being below 80% on ammo packs on both weapons, below 80% on health, below 80% tool, and hitting 20% infection. One quality of life feature they added was that bots now can break padlocks and use lock melters on doors. To have bots use the deployable tools, you simply press Q and use the deploy tool tab. You can place mines, tell them to use cfoam although not reliably, and set up sentries. And with the objective tab, you can tell them to pick up the data spheres, fog turbines, neonates, etc. The only downside to bots carrying objective items is that they are slower than the other bots and the player, and more often than not they will lag behind. So bots are pretty solid, right? Man, I'm tripping. Bots are okay until you want to do smart decisions. Wanna hold a choke point near a sentry? Hell no! Sentry danger zone for bots is broken this rundown. It don't even work. As a matter of fact, I think it's so broken that it encourages the bots to sit in front of the sentry rather than be away from the sentry. Their melee logic is broke, and having melee trigger based on X amount of distance of enemy is wrong, especially when your entire game is based on close combat. And then you have the conflict of actions not letting the bot finish an action before starting another one, causing them to break. And one that I would consider a high priority is the fact that they have zero self-preservation around mini-bosses, like zero. They don't get out of the way of the tank's stun range, and even if they could, the sling mechanic they have prevents them from being safe. And they just end up dying because they put themselves out in the open. Thankfully with Mom, it's not really that bad. You can kill the babies and then chase her during the fog hunt. Now, if you think that me wanting this, it's machine learning or highly refined bots, please go through this door right here and give her a hug. Maybe she will love you more than your mom. When it comes to feedback, positioning is number one. If they're behind you, they'll shoot your ass. If they're in front of you, you'll shoot their ass too. It's a lose-lose situation, and their pathing never helps neither since they end up with some random spot front or back of you, and it's just unpredictable. I think the best way to have bots move around the player is by having them always on the side. Imagine a line in which bots will pick it randomly from a player and they stick to it. Not only you don't have to worry about bots not getting in your way, but having retreat into a better spot will be a lot smoother. Sentry Danger Zone should be reworked, especially with how they buffed sentries this rundown. Apart from having the bot know when the sentry is gonna shoot, having a 3 meter sphere around the sentry will help deny pathing to the bot that will greatly help the bot not get in front. When it comes to the tank fights, having a circle around the tank that will push bots outside of his stun range will help them not get killed for no reason. When it comes to bug fixing, bots marking not showing up on the map when they start tagging an entire room for doors and terminals will increase their utility and usefulness, alongside with increasing the range in which they can use resources on you because it soft locks them from doing other actions while fighting. So to end this video on a good note, bots are amazing and I love them, but just like matchmaking and checkpoints, they just feel unfinished. This at first, fix it later approach they're kind of having, it hurts the game a little bit, and bots give people a chance to experience the game fully without having to rely on the randomness of pops or weirdness of Discord LFGs, and that's a good thing. But depending on how much bullshit the level throws at you, if people want to play the game with their friend, with bots filling the slots, then they need to improve the most basic aspects of positioning and their logic to be able to help people get their Gtfo experience. And I was gonna talk about the biotracker bot, but they just need to increase the cooldown between pings to balance it out. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll go get to an HSU station and sleep, god damn it.